Guys, your humble host, so I need to make this video because I'm getting kind of tired of this crap. This is a small situation that has been brewing off to the side with a friend of mine. I've been talking to him for a while, and anybody who has been around my channel for quite a while knows I hate pedophilia with a passion. My view on it, if they don't want to get help, their ass needs to be in the dirt, 6 feet under, in a long wooden box. So, and with me being a sexual abuse victim myself, I have no advocacy for that bullshit whatsoever. Me and quite a few other YouTubers speak out against it vehemently. Now, as the title implies, because I need to make this point as well, when it comes to dredging up someone's past, if they have changed their behavior and are not doing the same bullshit again, there's no need to drag out dirt on them. Now, people will do it regardless to try to slander them and discredit them, but if they're no longer doing that same behavior, there's no need to bring it up. Now, I understand that people can stuff hurt and not deal with the hurt that happened at that time, so that I do get. But if the person is behaving the same way as they did back then, and their past needs to be dug into to see if there is a pattern of that behavior that is present, then yes, it makes sense to dig up their past. Now, I have a friend of mine who I started talking with at the beginning of the DO5 situation. And when I started talking to him, people started to whisper in my ear that he was a pedophile. Just hearing that, I about flipped my shit and I cornered the dude. It's like, you have 3 seconds to tell me what the fuck this shit is about, because if this is like legit, your ass is grass. Anyway, so he got a hold of another YouTuber who I am acquainted with, whose content I am familiar with and I trust, because that YouTuber also knew of the situation. We three sat down over Discord and talked about what happened. And I'm referring to Gabe the Pony, who was known back then as Panda Bearing. Now, there's a situation, and Gabe has admitted to, excuse me, it being a dumb question and has taken responsibility. And from what I've seen of various comments, and even from some of the bigger other YouTubers, that it has gotten dealt with. And that there's apologies on both sides, but Little Miss Thing keeps bringing it back up. And the user I'm referring to is Jax. Now, as the situation goes, as Gabe was having a conversation with Jax and him being overweight, because he has talked about this on his channel, even made jokes about it, um, that he had someone tell him that he should wear a bra because of his moobs or whatnot. So I don't remember how he put the conversation out, how it exactly went, but he did ask Jax how to put a bra on. He wasn't asking her to show him, he just asked, how do you put on a bra? Which, it's a creepy question, yes, but it does not signify pedophilia, and it could be taken in a variety of ways, because I could take out a bra without showing anything like, hey, this is how you clip it, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, it freaked Jax out, which her being a minor makes sense. And so this happened over a year ago. So she went and alerted a bunch of people, and he got labeled as a pedophile, and it was dealt with. And from what my understanding is that she came back and said, no, he's not a pedo, and this is not a behavior of Gabe. I've spoken with Gabe. I keep an eye on his channel. I watch his channel, keep an eye on his Twitter. His first Twitter account, Panda Baron, did get suspended, and he's had two more get suspended due to SJW bullshit and Twitter's crappy rules. And I do know that there's a couple sock puppets that came about with Panda Bearing 2, because somebody made Panda Bearing 2. There was a second one that I did come across. So that is a sock puppet that does not belong to Gabe. Now, fast forward a little bit, because like I said, this was at the start of the Daddy 5 situation, and I cornered him, and he went and got another YouTuber, like I said, who I'm familiar with, and we all three sat down and talked. Gabe has been on the Cunt stream with Schmeckle and a few others, Wrath of Controversy, so Schmeckle and those guys are familiar with him too. Runs with Guns is familiar with him. Liz Reptile is familiar with him. Call Grinder. So I'm not the only one who's had this conversation with him. We are all vehemently against pedophilia. And so we don't take that accusation lightly, and that's just like, why are people accusing you of being this way? So it turns out it was a dumb question, creepy question, and this girl keeps bringing it back. And especially with the Joy drama unfolding, Gabe has made a couple of videos in regards to joy and behavior and Mike and actor and all that wonderful jazz. And you have Jax and a few others who are bringing up that drama, that situation that happened over a year ago and was done and dealt with, and trying to slander him as a pedophile. And I know that he's not because, number one, I don't defend those people. Number two, I have no association with anybody like that because no. Um, and for the most part, I avoid that stuff because of my own triggers, and it's just like, I'm not in a place to deal with that crap here, especially on here. So, but anyway, it has now gotten to the point to where he had to private his videos and then he put them back up on the advice of some of the other YouTubers because he's been talking to me about this stuff as it's been unfolding. And so, like I said at the beginning of the video, is if someone's repeating the same behavior as they had in the past, then it makes sense for their past to be judged up, much like with Joy. She has exhibited the same behavior as she did in the past, and that's why people have judged it up while you're doing the same shit as you did back then. With Gabe, he is not a pedophile. He does not creep on minors. It was a dumb question at that time, and he has long distanced himself from Jax and from all that other stuff, and has been moving on with his channel. Now, something I do want to read, because this is not the first time I have heard this about Jax. From what I understand, Jax is a drama whore and a very promiscuous person, and from what I hear, she flirts with older men. Now, I want to read, because this is on video, one of Gabe's videos, which I will put the link in the description so you guys can see the comment yourselves and look at it for yourselves, but I want to read. This is Done Reasoning's response to someone called Lyndsey Swaine, and this is the full comment here. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to read his response. Number one, your very credible girl, which is referring to Jax, has been catfishing guys twice her age with suggestive talks by text and on live streams way before Gabe. And I have heard this from multiple people that she will solicit the guys twice her age and flirt with them. So not only is she a drama whore, she's also a tart. I've heard this from various people. Two, the child was the only one who gleaned sexual intent from Gabe, whose sin at the time was bad judgment, to which he owned up since repeatedly, which he has, because multiple people have thrown this in his face, and he does not exhibit this behavior, he does not repeat this behavior. It was a dumb question, repeatedly without much respite from doxy vigilant wackos. 3. Gabe switched his online presence because of those vigilante wackos, but there wasn't a string of personas. 4. Twatter's suspension policies are a joke, and you know it. And like I said, because when Gabe first started talking to me under his original account, Caramel Corn, he got it bushwhacked because of some SJW shit. And that's what happened to the second one, because I was talking to him mid-conversation. When I went to go click on this thing, it got suspended again, and that's, I believe he was arguing with some Joy fans. He was arguing with somebody. It was over something feminist or what have you, and it got terminated. So that I do know that he's been through a couple because of Twitter's stupid policies. Jax is a compulsive liar and a catfishing bully. Once again, I have heard that she's a tart from various people. And to me, she just sounds like a drama whore. And she's latching on to this Joy drama to try to paint herself as a victim. Gabe didn't absolve some of the responsibility either. And he hasn't. He has taken responsibility. He said, I was wrong for asking the question. The intent that I meant it did not come across how I meant it. I believe I just worded that wrong. But anyway, he has taken responsibility. He has not done it again. He has distanced himself from this crazy chick. And she will not leave him the fuck alone. And she keeps bringing this shit up. Anyway, but while his side of the story is consistent, because it is, I've heard the story time and time again, and I've heard it from other YouTubers as well, Jack's version varies slightly from person to person, if I'm a firm conviction that keeping at slandering him is doing him an injustice, and it is. Pedophilia is a very strong accusation, and it's not to be taken lightly. So that's why when I first heard people started whispering, "Hey, he's a pedophile," I cornered his ass because it's like, you need to fucking explain this to me now. And that's why I sat down, have a conversation with him, with another YouTube cog grinder, and I've talked with other YouTubers about Gabe. Gabe is not a pedophile. This needs to fucking quit. This is pissing me off. Anyway, keeping at hounding him for a stupid mistake from nearly a year ago is malicious and undeserved. And you know what? That is true. And yes, Gabe has smacked the hornet's nest with the Joy videos, and it's YouTube drama. But trying to dig up old stuff, because when it came to the Diablo 5 situation, my distancing from Joy, people try to do that to me. And like, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called My Infamy Rises where I've put all together all the videos that have been done on me. And some of those videos are very slanderous, but you know, they're still up, and it's on the list. Like, I have nothing to hide. You want to go see it? Fine. Go watch the videos. They're in a playlist. You don't have to dig for them. But my point is, what is going on? This is total shit. Because the accusation of pedophilia can really destroy someone, and Gabe is not a pedophile. And Jax, if you're watching this, you need to fucking quit. I've heard about multiple times about your freaking behavior with Ben in live streams from multiple people, and this is done reasoning. I don't even know who the fuck this dude is. But he's even saying it. I've heard it from multiple people. You need to fucking quit and leave Gabe alone. You're trying to attach onto the Joy drama, and it's not going to work. Many of us have sat and cornered Gabe on this. And from what I understand is you keep bringing this up and you're just a drama llama. You need to quit. Anybody else who's bringing up this accusation needs to stop, because there's a lot of drama whores out due to the Joy situation. So, but anyway, that is my personal beef with it, because like I said, I have talked with this guy for a while. He's very sweet. He's a little socially awkward, which is fine. I am too. But no, I have been watching his videos. I've seen his Twitter stuff. He does not do this. What he's being accused of, he does not do it. It was a stupid question from back then, and it needs to fucking quit. Stop it. He is my friend, and so, you know, I've been watching this go on for quite a while and haven't really said anything, and now it's kind of reached a breaking point, especially after the Mike and Actor video he did, so it really needs to cease and stop. Because this is freaking garbage. And like I stated once again, because I know I'm going to hear, well, people are digging up Joy's past. Joy's doing the same bullshit as she did back then. People have called her on it. People have noticed it. Other friends have come forward saying, yeah, she did this same shit years ago too. So, that is the difference. If someone, once again, if someone is doing the same shit from back then yes, their past needs to be dug up saying, oh, this is a pattern, they have not changed. Now, if this person has changed, because like I said, I've witnessed this too offline in my own personal life, where somebody has changed their behavior completely, or almost entirely, and their same past keeps getting brought up and thrown in their face, and a person can only apologize for it for so many times before it's like, okay, you know what, enough. If you have hurt from it that you need to deal with, fine. But I have said my piece on it. If we can talk about the past hurt, but you know what, no, enough. And that's what needs to happen. Enough. Enough. Anyway, talk to you guys later.